by, yeah, like check it out and see if it's even working. Because
Let's see.
I have
Broski,
really
this is
no
all
clue.
new to me.
Yeah, right.
What's now I have an echo in my head.
Yeah, I hear a pretty good echo. I think it's coming through you, French. Are you?
I'm using a laptop with an iPhone fucking microphone, you know?
Yeah. I bet the audio is just playing through.
Oh, whatever just happened. Yeah.
Yeah. It was you. It's French's setup. So let me think it through. So if your audio is just coming through your speakers, right?
Possibly. Let me see here.
Would it be better for you to say put your audio through?
I have mic checked, but should I do internal mic?
I don't actually know what that means. I don't have that fancy of a setup over
you
here. I
are
really
live.
don't know a lot of. Oh, cool. All right, well then I don't know how to like post that then. That hey, I'm live. Come look so that Alex
Let me
knows.
see. Let me see if I can
Am I
share.
still giving you too much feedback? You want me to just go mute?
No, that's better.
All right, there we go.
So
Let's
something
see.
seems to have
Corey,
changed.
Casey,
Yeah,
what's
whatever.
good, man?
Man, just
Trying
to
share
calm
this.
down after this competition you and I had this week.
Yeah, I'm broadcasting live from the future. I finally get
Here
to
it
say
is.
it in person.
Copy
You know.
link.
Yeah,
Did you
it's
figure
not
it out,
still that-
Justin?
10-11 here in Virginia.
Alex said that he could see us, but I don't
Okay.
know how to confirm that. I don't see. He said he can hear us.
Is the echo better, like legit? Y'all good?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't hear anything now.
All right, there we go. I don't know what
Oh.
I did. I just clicked, freaking speakers, headphones only. So,
Whatever you did seems like it worked.
It worked.
Thanks for sharing that too, Corey. I don't know how you found that. I can't see it in my
I'm
own.
on YouTube on my phone.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be obvious when I go to my own YouTube that I am live. Oh, I see.
Oh, he's chatting in the YouTube chat as well. So I better open it up onto the browser.
Oh, I see.
Oh, if you go to the chat in the bottom right corner, you can see public chat. And it's got Alex, yeah, buddy, looks good. I can hear French comments.
Oh, okay.
So live public chat, I'm guessing that's YouTube Live.
Okay,
Smart.
cool.
We
I think I
are
got the
live.
whole thing going now. Nice. I feel legit.
yeah, man. I feel weird though not having your kids in the background like slam dunking or
They're asleep.
or a
You wanna
blue screen background, something.
You wanna
wild
see
like
you wanna
that.
see my setup?
Yeah, let's see it.
My kids are asleep in their beds.
Oh, show.
You're in the
Sleep
wait
right
there. You're there in the room.
I'm in their room, yeah. My oldest is still awake, but my youngest is asleep right now.
Oh, show.
We
This is
share,
a bedtime story.
we share
Yeah, there we go.
baseball background drop for our stuff. So we only have one desk. It's in my boys' room. So it's all good.
Nice. Okay. Well,
gotta
I
stop
got
eating
a
this Easter
screen.
candy.
I got a screen that has our video interface, my screen share, our four faces. I got a half screen with the chat of the live stream so that Alex can make sure he gives us lots of great live questions. This game is about to be over in one more out, and then I can start stitching in some of the data. But thank you all for joining, French, Casey, Corey. This was a fun week of baseball. Any first thoughts? Let you guys talk. Looks like the game is over. I'm gonna start stitching in the data.
I'll be honest that Darren, am I saying his name right?
Duran.
Durant, dude, his pitching staff is ridiculous.
Yeah.
84 innings and a
numbers.
1.60 ERA. Come on now.
The numbers were absolutely insane. You're right.
I'm ready to offer him a first through fifth for half his pitching staff.
Only 3 picks per trade, sir. But yes, I think
Yeah, we got rules here.
That was a pretty fun surprise. I don't even know if you should say it's a surprise. The staff was really good. We all knew it was. The staff looked really good, and he's playing Glenn, so I didn't look at their offensive numbers. It could be that
They're pretty down.
maybe neither of them did good on offense, so he was able to still get a pretty big win because the offensive threshold wasn't very high to beat or whatever. But the pitching numbers, man. Let's see what the VTL tells us, actually. I already have this plugged in. How far down I gotta go? You guys get to see all the work I have done today to try to. I have the latest numbers, please. As we discussed. All right, so yeah, that's a great headline of the week, to be honest. How well Duran did. Let's look at the numbers. Just the numbers were pretty staggering at 84 innings, like you said. 1.6 ERA, 2.35 K walk per nine, 11.21 K per nine. How bad does that suck for Glenn? 11.14 K per nine, and he did not win.
Headphones again.
Let's see what we
I
got
do
here. Let's see.
Yeah, French, can you mute?
I'm
for,
trying
unless you're
here.
gonna talk. You're good. Yeah, I do hear it now. Now that you mentioned it, yeah, we're good. So yeah, the 11.14 K per nine for Glenn, a fantastic number. I'm assuming it must be second best in the league, just to lose. That's rough. Y'all do some talking about baseball while I stitch the numbers into the system here, about your matchups or whatever.
Well, I was excited to beat Jeremiah, that's for sure. I didn't think it was going to happen. At one point, the projection flipped that he was going to win, and I was like, "Oh, this is not looking good." And then I want to say it was. I gotta look back now because I want to see the daily thing. But it was Friday or Saturday, and I was down by like 2 walks. And when I first looked at the app for the day, I was like 12 walks ahead of him, and I didn't know what happened. And I had put up 12 or 13 walks in the first, and he hadn't had any that day. So that was a nice upgrade. Let's see here.
That's wild.
Up now.
A huge
Yeah.
number.
Austin Wells 2 walks. Manny had a walk. I think this is the day. I think this is Friday. No, Friday I only had 8 walks. Maybe it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday 11 walks.
Big day.
And he only had 3. So that was a big boost. I keep hearing, what are these dots? What else?
Somebody's stirring.
Is there other chat going on?
You mean you hear like echo?
No, I hear like but I don't see any new chat things. But yeah, I mean, I felt really good. The only thing I felt down on was I ended up losing one of the pitching stats, and it's probably because I pitched free today, and he ended up not striking out as many. I lost the K per 9 against him today.
Oh, gotcha.
So, and that's what I went from. I was at like 8.39, and I ended up going down to like 8.21, and he beat me with 8.30, which I thought I would have a higher K per 9, but I was pretty low this week.
What's up, Nate?
What's up?
Oh
We're
my
gonna see how many
gosh.
people we can squeeze into one little video.
Oh man, there goes the neighborhood.
Yeah.
No,
I'm here to throw some echo in there. What's up, Nate?
Oh, this is tense. This is tense.
Not at all.
We have
I'm
Nate
good.
and French here together for the
Let's
first
go.
time in years.
We need to do our own private segment.
We should,
Yeah.
broski. Am I still giving y'all like crazy feedback or something like that?
It's not as bad.
Yeah, all I did, I unplugged my headphones, plugged them back in, so I don't know what's. I'm in my garage, you know.
Make it work, man.
Oh, they're saying there's an echo,
Of course there is.
but I don't hear it anymore.
I don't either.
We'll see what happens.
I don't either. We'll see. Maybe if Alex, if you're still watching, let us know if there's still an echo or not. But I don't really hear it, and I did hear it before, so I'm hoping maybe we're good.
See what happens.
Yeah, no, French on
Yes, sir.
Friday. I went 1-14-2, and that was the day that our whole matchup just shifted.
It did, dude. I'm looking at the
think-
matchup now. It was wild, broski.
And we were going neck to neck. I took the lead for a bit, going like 13-3 and everything else. I thought I had it in the bag, and then that Friday hit, and I just
How we tied, dude? What the hell?
I don't know.
I mean, when
But
you
my
were
people
saying like,
tied.
is there a record for home runs? I was like, I mean, I thought I was on track to have home run records, but
Mm-hmm.
no,
Here's
sir.
Here's that Friday, by the way. So French bats 321, slugs 604. Casey bats
Look at that.
191, slugs 277. Also has a bad start to French's great start. So yeah, big day. Not surprised if that changed the outcome a little bit. Um, let's talk real quick. I want to look at the actual data a little bit. I haven't looked at it. This is the first time anyone's looked at it. I don't have the traditional commissioner report thing done yet, but I just want to share because I was excited earlier at how great this was. All I had to do to generate all these numbers was to go into Fantrax, go to the standings, copy and paste this data, go to Gemini, paste it in and ask it to do the analysis that I'd set up with it before. I pasted it in here. All that stuff popped out, and then we get a little summary page that contains all of our data. I don't have to do almost any work anymore to do all this. I probably could have done this a couple years ago, but pretty exciting. But real quick, I want to make sure everybody talks because that's the whole point of this. But let's look at the numbers just real quick. I have not seen them. So VTL is here, and Nate had the best week. Congratulations, sir.
No shot. That's the man. Nate's the
Frank
man.
Frank had the second best week. This kind of sucks. I don't love seeing the two people in the championship. This real competitive season we're about to have, and the same two people. No, just kidding. But Frank had a good week. Looks like next was Duran. So expansion team, afterthought, gonna be one of the bottom two teams. He and Glenn. Maybe not. Real curious on how early season success from either of them may impact their timing to make trades. Because if one of them can stick around the middle of the pack for the entire season, they're going to do themselves a nice service with their draft position. Though I would assume they have to sell. But if Duran's the third best VTL for the whole season, then maybe he'll just straight up buy and be a contender year one. Probably an overreaction. The Otani Shogunate next at number 4 in VTL. So even though you tied with French,
take
who
it.
was also above 50%, pretty good week. Then Brad, then French. So you guys had a top six matchup, looks like. Then Corey, who I think by record had the biggest win.
Yeah, dude, I'm in first place right now. I'm gonna stay there the rest of the season.
Well,
I
the
love that
VTL
chick.
didn't think that it was that great of a week in particular, but it was above 500.
Nate, you can just drop that trophy in my office tomorrow morning.
Hey, you just got to beat who your opponent is, man. That's all it is.
I mean,
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
I do have luck percentage over here, staple of the report nowadays, and the actual win percentage of 70% for Corey is 17.5% over where it should be based on the statistical performance. The only luckier person is Alex, who performed under 50% VTL, 47%, but came away with a really large win, which means probably that JW, his opponent, got a little unlucky too. Anyway, I may still go through and do like a basic video looking at the numbers. We don't need to go like super crazy into these, but I thought it would be fun to share that I don't have to do that much work anymore. I can generate a lot of stuff. I hope this year we can revamp this page. I can revamp this page and make it a little more user friendly, and you guys can maybe go do searches. Maybe we can see just more data, trying to get more data intensive. And I should have the next 3 weeks of opponents down here too, but it looks like maybe it didn't work right. Anyway, I'll probably go and do another video of this after, but let's talk through some of the matchups. I know French, Casey, you guys ended up tying. We just saw Casey had the stronger week by VTL, so French should consider that a nice win.
I'll take it.
I'm looking at the numbers over here. Ooh, that was way too far in. This is very small, so I'm sure it's not very helpful to look at. But you tied in runs. That's wild. 63 runs apiece. 24 home runs for Casey. Let's look maybe at... Was that the number one? That was number one by 5.
As was average.
Shohei got one today. I was watching a
As
Nats
was
game, and I was like,
average.
wow.
That was deep. I saw that one too. That was
Yeah,
deep.
he smoked it.
So I assume slugging is also number one, and it is by a mile. So quite the week for the Casey offense, week and a half. And I know offense was the game plan for you, right? Like you had kept a lot of offensive pieces. You had Logan Webb and a bunch of other guys that, maybe they were solid value and maybe there's upside, but Logan Webb and a kind of a bunch of guys, maybe fair to say, and then a pretty good core on offense.
Yeah, the offense, my keepers were all offense pretty much, and that was the goal, was go in. Not necessarily power was my goal. It was more consistency across average, slugging, and low K percentage, and then out of nowhere they just started producing offense. So I'm not mad about it. It's
Well,
just,
your
it wasn't
plan
my
has
goal.
failed. You were the second worst K percentage.
Yeah.
Time to go back to the drawing board.
Hey,
as you
look,
were-
man, I never win, so I'm happy.
Fourth
I
in
was
runs.
the worst K percentage. I mean, I only go for over the fence.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
I don't
crazy.
care about nothing else.
Drop bombs
You
and
knew.
go home.
Yeah.
you knew that you were going to be miserable in K
Oh, yeah.
percentage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I just said, you know what? There's one category I'm just gonna completely ignore, and that's the K percentage, baby.
We all have to punt something. Anyone that's trying to win every single one, it's not really feasible. So in home runs, you were second. In RBIs, you were first. What a hell of a race that was. 72 to 71 RBIs.
Look at us battling over here, man.
Yeah, man, that was a heck of a battle. 59 walks. It's a super long week, so obviously that sounds insane. But it was a long week. Stolen bases.
Not as
Yeah,
strong.
You guys had a not so epic of a battle in stolen bases.
Hey, man. Sometimes you just gotta be happy you win.
Hey, I will say Giancarlo got one stolen base, baby.
He
There we
did.
go.
Wow.
He
It's his
did.
first one since 2020. So
And that was the only one you got the entire week.
maybe he's going 30-30 this year. I don't know. We don't know, guys. It's
I
still
saw a lot
early,
of your guys
you
got
know?
caught stealing this week.
Oh, Acuna got caught a couple times.
Yeah.
Well, this is like the number one thing I noticed when I was watching over, and sorry for my voice. The number one thing I noticed when I was looking at scores just a few times throughout the week was that, God, everybody's average sucks. Everyone's average sucks. Like Casey
Yeah.
at 258.
Yeah.
We know that we don't see weeks of batting 300 very often as a league, but I was like, wow, this is maybe a new frontier a little bit. Our talent is scattered around, and if you look at people's teams, there is not a team that is just from position 1 to 13 on offense full of good players. There are holes. Everyone has holes. No staff. Well, there's maybe like one or two. Nate's staff's very good. Brad's staff's very good. Probably a few others. My apologies if I didn't mention you. But there are holes everywhere. What is y'all's first impression of having a diminished roster in some ways? Like, is it fun? Is it not fun? Are you happy? Do you hate it? First impressions.
I love it. Let's go to 16 teams.
Oh my gosh.
I want to shred.
Let's not do that.
Yeah.
I want
That was a vision that we had, Nate and I especially, I think, had talked about it but we thought that might be a little too extreme. But that's not in the plans in particular. Like, I don't want to traumatize Brad, who said we can't ever expand again because this draft wasn't very good.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't wrong, but
It was a rough draft. I think 16 was always like my long-term vision, but I don't intend. I mean, I don't have any plans. Frankly, I don't know two people who I think could do it anyway. But I don't have any plans to expand again in the near future. But yeah, so French, a proponent of deep leagues. Alex, JW, if you're watching, I'd be curious your take too. I think JW says he's enjoyed the depth. I have enjoyed thinking about depth a little bit more. What do y'all think, Corey, Nate, Casey?
Yeah, I
Go
mean,
ahead, Cor.
I mean, I just came in last year, so it's still all new to me. But
True.
I felt like I positioned myself in the next to last position last year, specifically so I could be a buyer in the off season this year. I feel like I bought well, and it positioned me in a decent position. The only thing I realized after the draft was like there was like 3 draft picks or 3 rounds, I think 6th, 7th, and the 8th round that I didn't have a pick, and I lost out on some decent talent in those rounds.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Overall, I feel pretty good about going into this season. I feel like I have a good enough roster to at least compete for 7th or 6th place this season.
I was loving seeing those moves from you, Corey. I was like, "There we go. He's going in." I love this.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that we're like a year removed from me trying to like hold him back and be like, don't trade your entire team on day 3 of your ownership, and him getting mad at me and me like trying to protect him, and I think I've seen some great moves. And I have your team pulled up now on my screen share here, and it's very overgeneralized because ADP doesn't really translate directly to our stats, but
Yeah.
ADP is what it is. When you look at the amount of green, for lack of a better term, greenish yellow, you have a lot of talent by ADP. I thought you were probably one of the top 3 most talented teams in the league in terms of your ADP. You can kind of look as I go across, like how much green is there. Brad has a lot. You have a lot. I think Jeremiah has a lot of yellow, I think. So does Bo.
You're welcome, Corey.
Alex has a lot
Oh, yeah.
too. I don't know.
Thank you.
I have some. Yeah, Alex and Nate has a lot of very, very deep. Nate and Frank have some very deep green at the very, very top, even though their list isn't quite as long as Corey, Alex, Bo.
It's just
So I
remember
thought for
Nate
sure
has
you'd
the
have a
worst
good year.
batting average in the league already.
What?
So let's just remember Nate has the worst batting average in the league already.
Thank
I ain't
goodness
never
he
counting
does.
him out, dude. I ain't never counting Nate out. I don't care if it's week
Nate's
1
very
or week
overrated.
22.
I don't know what Nate's ever really even done to get all the respect he has.
Bro, to be the man, you got to beat the man. I'm coming for Nate. That's all I want. I want to take him out.
And you know, with that new expansion and buy-in, that pot's going to be even bigger this year.
We haven't talked about that, whether we should be bolstering like 3rd, 4th, or whether we should just add it all on top. I like a nice even. Oh shoot, you guys are chatting, and I guess we talking to ourselves, says JW. My bad. Alex says
Oh, yeah,
gonna
we
be
need to look at
against another expansion. We talking to ourselves.
I mean, if you do look at like he just mentioned something about 1 or 2 injuries is going to be a massive swing. I mean, he's not wrong. If
Yeah.
you look at Jeremiah's roster, he's sitting on a ton of injuries already to start the season.
Mr. Unlucky, Jeremiah.
Yes.
Last year you and him both were quite unlucky.
Yeah, so but with the lack of depth, I think what I was thinking earlier about the depth aspect is if you if you have a handful of superstar players,
Where is
then depth is how you really win a championship, in my opinion. You got to have superstars, but at the end of the day, you also have to have depth. So when injuries happen in the playoffs or injuries happen at the end of the season, you got to fill those holes, and that's why the trade deadline is so important. Trade deadline is more important for depth than it is anything else. I mean, if you get a superstar or two, I mean that's great, obviously, but going to the playoffs, I mean, I don't know how many times I went into the playoffs and I made it. Like I think one of the trades I made with JW last year, I don't think any of those players actually even played in the playoffs for me, but they were there just in case. And a couple of players didn't even do well. I mean, I think I had Corey Seager that didn't even play hardly. I think Josh Hader, I had him last year. I don't think I even played him at all. But that's just one example. But on the other side, if you have a couple of those extra players, that's great. But the good thing about having two teams is it's reduced the depth, which allows teams in the bottom to be able to be better by the trade deadline, in my opinion. And then from there, then at that point, then you have to make decisions on your fifth or sixth of the week. And, so I like it. I think it causes parity, and I think that's the important thing.
Your audio level's going down quite a bit. Like as you were speaking, I could not hear you very well almost by the end.
Yeah, we got some echo.
Yeah, I'm getting.
I heard him good, but it's probably because my setup is shit. But I heard him pretty good.
Okay, good. I was gonna look and see. Totally wrong league. Whoops. I was gonna look and see like what the deal was last year. I can't remember exactly what it was with JW. I just remember there was Glass now involved, if I recall. But yeah, like I feel like you're the king of the depth trade, and maybe it's no coincidence that you've won the league a bunch of times because it's those fourth and fifth guys that come through as part of those deals when you have that leverage to say, I won't trade you this key pick that you need unless you give me player 4 and player 5 in addition to the studs that I want. That's always been the reason I've campaigned against 5. Like for the last 3 years, I've been hoping that we can reduce the numbers so that that fourth, fifth player don't necessarily change homes and it's all just about the core of the deal. But this is just me angling for my desired
Justin
restrictive
versus
approach.
Nate trade-wise is always fun.
Y'all think doing a trade with Nate over the phone or on Messenger is hard? Try having him breathing down your neck while he's looking at your computer screen behind you saying, hey, what do you think about throwing this guy in there? Well, I was talking to so-and-so. They might throw this guy in. What if you throw this guy in there?
While he has your performance review in his hands and he's just like,
Yeah.
That's crap. That's so crap.
Oh, you know what? I'll make this trade.
That
with
all
you, Brett.
checks
You know
out.
what?
Is that-
If you want to keep parking here at the city of Fort Worth, why don't you throw in your top 3 prospects too?
Is that how Basalo got traded to my team?
That's
That
how
was a late
Basalo
ad.
ended up on your team.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was one of those things I was like, look, if you want to make a trade, Basalo's got to be in it, man. And you're the one that was good with it.
No, Nate's a great like this isn't a joke or like a diss. You're great at leveraging your position. Like you have what people need at the deadline. You know how to present it in a case that says, I can go buy from anybody. If you want the pick, then you need to give me what I want. And so I think that's like I think we're similar in this way, right? Nate and I both kind of more targeted the one player that we're after most, and then usually go for them instead of like the big bid open negotiation. Certainly we've both done both, but I think that's like one of the pros of doing that approach is that if you just go straight to the person that you want, you can really leverage that one specific person, I guess.
And that's part of the negotiation tactic too. Is like, look, me and you, and I'm giving secrets away, but it's not like a big secret. But I'll go like say Corey, for instance. I'll go to Corey and say, hey, Corey, we're gonna make this deal. And part of the negotiation is I won't shop this deal if you make this deal now, basically. And that's part of our leverage. If you want to make this deal, then let's meet in the middle somewhere, and then go from there.
Yeah. For sure, basic part of the trading economy or whatever in every league. But you're really good at that. I think that's been like no secret. You've had really successful trades over the course of the league. So hats off to you again. Even though I did beat Nate in fantasy basketball this week, everybody. I just like everybody to know.
Hey, that's a
I
big
was
win.
I was too chicken to just like go for it. I offered him a 50-50 split, even though I was the heavy favorite. So I still lost like significant amount of money relative to what I should have won. But
I would have beat you last week.
JW would have like beat us both, I think, like the
Probably.
first week too. He has a really good team too. He just somehow missed. Had to throw in a reference to my fantasy basketball chat. I'm
There
not
you
going to
go.
bring the trophy out around the corner there.
Yeah, as far as trading in this league, I love stirring the shit. So if y'all ever want to trade with me, bring it on. And then when other people don't want to or do want to, it's all good to me. Like
I like
French,
I love
French.
think,
stirring the shit.
Go ahead, Casey.
French, I think you and I have the easiest trades. Like we just, hey, I want this guy. What are you gonna give me for him? And then just do it. You know,
I
sometimes
mean, I
you
get in
just-
trouble between Nate and Justin. I'm always in the middle of them two for some
Yes.
reason. Like I get yelled at, but
What was the
it's
dude?
it's all in good fun to me. Obviously, I never take it personal. I just love playing this in this league. And I mean, if I see something I want, I'm going for it.
Yeah, you do. Who was the guy we were both bidding on that was a total bust? That was like he was with the Reds and the Mariners. Jesse Winker.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jesse
that's right.
Winker,
Oh, yeah.
y'all, that was epic.
I was pissed. I was in the field doing work. I was doing a final inspection or something, I think, for our work. And I just remember Nate had upped his offer so much that French was like, "Hey man, guys, look, that's a good offer. I'm just gonna stop this right now and take it." And I was like, "Don't fuck." I was like, "Don't stop the bidding. I'm willing to beat that. Don't just give him the deal. I'm willing to beat it."
Dude, we were
And,
gonna trade for like a 15th. Me
Yeah, it
and Nate
was
were
like-
in for like a 15th.
And then it was a first, a second, and an 18th or something like that. And
That
then
was
he was a total
mental.
bust, and he sucked. He sucked.
He did, but he had a good season the year before. Obviously, his projections were all there.
He was cheap too. Like he was a value contract. You know, it's one of those guys where if you have him, you feel like that's a big edge because he was like 900 OPS in Cincinnati or whatever it was, and it was like if I can have that guy for $4 for 5 years, it's a big deal. But
Yeah.
That was a
so
lot.
yeah, JW's big claim this year. He said this to me and Alex 2 days ago: is that Cal Raleigh will not hit 20 home runs this year.
I don't think he will either.
Hey, whatever,
Yeah.
dude. Again, like I told myself this year, I'm going for home runs. I don't care. I said I don't care. And then when Justin said I want the best 3 picks for Cal Raleigh, I said, how about a 1, 2, and a 3? Is that the best 3 picks? Well, then let's do it.
And it wasn't even like an auto yes. I thought that's a
Maybe
good like
somebody will beat it.
what I told you was like I will take that. That is a good offer. I'm gonna see if anyone wants to be like extremely aggressive and give me 2 1s or something. I mean, I should at least check. But it was a pretty fast process to then say like, yeah, I'm gonna take that. But
I mean, look at his
it-
last 4 seasons. I mean, 3 or 4 seasons, excuse me. I mean, he's averaging what, at least in the 30s.
yeah,
I
well
was
with
like, you
60,
know what?
that's a big crooked number besides
Well,
that. But he's
yeah, that one helps
he's so
out.
good. He's so good defensively. He's gonna play every day. I mean, if you have a catcher that's gonna get like damn near 600 at bats or 550 at bats, that's pretty sweet. And when he gets the at bats, he does damage.
What?
He is off to a rough start though. Jeez.
Big time. Oh my God, I think he leads the league in Ks.
I know Adele robbed one yesterday. Did y'all? I assume everybody has
Yeah,
I
seen the
saw
Joe
that.
Adele.
He
God,
robbed a
that's
lot of
crazy.
people that day.
That's crazy.
I did
Never
the same
seen
with
that. I mean,
Nate as far as Ronald Acuna too. I was like, dude, what do you need? I didn't have a 1 left, but I was like, how about a 2, 3, and a 4? Let's. What do you need? You know,
yeah. Well, he's such an
I've always
interesting one
just-
because
Yeah.
he has not had that dominant year since coming back from injury, right?
No, he hasn't. But if I see
Darn
a
it, I
guy I
accidentally
want,
filtered
I
movies.
just go for it. I hate JW was a little salty because I kind of effed up the market, but I was like, hey, dude, sorry. If I see a guy I want, kind of like Connor Griffin, I'm just gonna do it.
Well, when
I'll
it
figure
comes,
it out.
this league's about superstars, so I agree. Like if you want a player, you got to go get a player because
Yeah,
you got to have at least 4 or 5 superstars on your roster, and if you
yeah.
don't, you got to get them somehow, and they're hard to get. And the only time to really get them is either super expensive at the deadline or in the off season, and you're gonna have to carry that salary. And other than that, the only time to get one is you draft one and get lucky, like Justin did with Raleigh last year, Cal Raleigh last year.
Lucky.
Well,
That's
it
gonna
was.
be
You got
me with
them in the third
Murakami.
round.
Of course.
Yeah.
Super lucky.
I mean, look at Nate's teams that he's won the championship with. It's just studs all throughout. So I was like, I'm gonna give that a shot. I'm just gonna go for top guys. I'm just going for it. We'll see what
I
happens.
mean,
And then
To
week
be
one
fair,
I tie.
though, and then the week was a tie. To be fair, though, even after he sold in the offseason, Nate still has like 2 of the best 5 pitchers in the league. Maybe 3 of the best like 6 or 7 pitchers in the league, as Brian Wu looks like he is one of the 5, 6, 7, 8 best pitchers in the league. Skubal, Wu, and Yamamoto, and then just throw in Joe Ryan on there. And that's what he could still keep after selling. So the rotation is still definitely really good.
Oh, Nate's a beast.
That was
He knows
honestly
what
like,
he's doing, man.
would you have considered the rotation like your bigger strength, Nate, last year?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I think so. I mean, it helped when you
both
have
sides were good.
Otani. When you have Otani, like I never really counted Otani as my pitcher last year because remember he didn't pitch
Yeah,
first half of the season probably maybe a little
and
bit.
it was like 1 inning at a time for a while too. Like
He
1,
was,
then 2,
and so
then
now in the
3.
playoffs he did pitch more, so it did help me. But I didn't even really count on him last year. He was like my 6th or 7th starter, which is great, in that standpoint. And that's even getting rid of I got rid of Skeens going into last year and Freed and a few others. So, but yeah, I mean, I think in this league you have to pitch well.
For sure. Hey, French, can you mute yourself for a second if you know how?
Yeah, I'm doing that again, I guess. All right, let's try it.
Just if you want to talk, unmute, but it is like a pretty noticeable difference, I think. So like I'm seeing just on the VTL numbers, Nate, I think you might have joined after I went over them, or maybe you didn't, but your VTL this week was 61.5% on batting, 67% on pitching. Damn, Duran's pitching VTL was 82%. That's like a top 50 all-time number. That's wild. But yeah, Nate was really good on both sides of the ball. The only team 60% or better on both. The only team to be 55% better or better on both.
We haven't talked about errors yet, have we?
About who?
About errors.
Yeah, you got 14 errors. We know you had the most.
No, I had 1. But
We haven't yet. No,
any unique thoughts on that? Because I don't really have much thought, but I thought it was interesting on how some had quite a bit and some not so much. But I don't even know. Even after this first week and a half, I don't even know how to strategize. I mean,
Yeah.
the reason why I finished was I don't even know how I got 1, to be honest with you, and I don't even know how you even strategize for that category.
So usually that happens when your guys don't commit errors.
No, I get that. But what I don't know. It's just
I think I get like one of the premises you like if you're managing your team and you're coming down to the wire, it's just another one of those reasons where you're like, okay, I'm down a home run, but I'm up 1 error, up in a good way, right? You have
Honestly,
1 less.
I almost took CJ Abrams out one day because I was like,
Yeah.
man, we were tied at errors, and I almost took him out. But then, no joke, the day I left him in, he hits a home run.
Yeah.
So
That's
I was
good
like,
timing.
man, I'm glad that I didn't pull him, but I didn't have anybody else that I was like was gonna give me anybody.
So y'all want to know why Frank had 14 errors? I just pulled up his
Junior
team.
Caminero.
Holy crap!
I mean, he had
6 errors for Junior Caminero.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, indeed. So, how many teams would have Junior Caminero would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? He would have Junior Caminero by himself would have lost to 6 teams in our league this week in terms of number of errors.
Wow.
That's crazy.
6 errors in 9 games is a lot. 3 and 8 though. I mean, he had Brendan
No
Donovan
joke.
3 errors in 8 games.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
already-
yeah. So yeah, it's definitely
already
like there were a
injured.
couple dudes.
That category is just such a wild card, I believe. I don't by the end of the year maybe people will be able to understand it better. But
Well,
I guess
I
going in,
wondered.
go ahead.
Let's look at all players. I forget I can do this. I wondered whether I can sort in the wrong way, right? Oh,
Mm-hmm. You can.
why would it allow it? I'm on the actual player list though.
It should
Oh, that's
allow you to do
projected.
that.
Sorry. Well, it didn't let me. I'm just gonna download it as a Excel file.
Man, it's almost like you do this for a living.
You should have just
No,
gone to the last page.
page.
Oh no,
Can
they're
y'all
all
hear me through the
zeros.
laptop? Or does that still work?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
A little echo.
Of course
there
it
is a
is.
little- there is a little bit now. All right, so the people who had the most. You know what? Sorry, one sec. I meant to keep the actual team on. Ooh, you know what? Let's look at positions too.
I have 2 of those guys on my team.
Yeah, it's got to be shortstops, second baseman, third baseman.
And a catcher.
No, I
Logan
think you're not
O'Hoppe had
catcher.
catcher with 3.
3? That must be like overthrows or something.
Yeah, but he's been on my bench all week because I've had Ramiro starting, so that didn't
Well,
affect me.
They
Trevor
charge
Story
an,
did.
They charge an error on pass balls as well.
But that's a tough job for sure, but that is sort of inherently
I think
in
they.
there, I think.
Yeah, I think they do, but I don't think it's called that much, is it?
Well, it's the scorer's decision whether
Yeah.
they call it a wild pitch or a pass ball.
So Alex asked the question: do you think errors will play into trades at the deadline? Like, what's Junior's
I think
value
so.
right now with 6 errors? And I would
Yeah.
say his market is definitely lower today than it was in the
Oh, yeah.
preseason. You can't stare at
Yeah.
6 errors in a 10-day stretch or 9 games and just say like it doesn't matter. I wouldn't think.
Like some
Unless
of the
that's-
worst, if I'm not mistaken, some of the worst defenders in baseball only have about around 20 errors a season.
Yeah.
That's like the worst.
So
he's-
let's
he's-
look
he's
at
already
last year.
worst there.
I'm gonna look at last year, the same exact thing, just filter it down to just a few things here.
$26.
The team might be off at this point, but so I know Geraldo Perdomo, one of my dudes, is way up there. Here he is. So yeah, like these were the league leaders in errors last year.
Trevor Story.
And it has to do a little bit with games played, too. I mean, you could argue Jazz Chisholm at 18 and 130 games should be right up there at the top. But yeah, it's, I mean, no secret, shortstop. If you are getting the ball your way a lot, it's a lot of errors. So I do wonder how it might impact people if it's like getting close to the weekend and you're in a tight race with your errors, whether you would maybe sit your shortstops, play someone with multi-position eligibility, utility guy who's playing first that day, but he's shortstop eligible. Maybe you plug him in. I mean, those people probably aren't that good offensively,
I'll
but
be
it
honest
certainly
with
will
you.
be on people's mind.
Towards the end of this week, I like totally when it became Friday, I gave up on errors. I said, whatever happens with that category happens. I got to win these other categories or I won't win.
Yeah. Like here's a good example though of like that exact thing I was talking about of which this guy had a lot of errors, so maybe this is a bad example, but like if Zach McKinstry is gonna play in the outfield for a game, but he's shortstop eligible, maybe you slide him in. I don't know. I don't think it'll be a huge deal, but I would not be surprised if like league leaders like Ellie, I look at Ellie and I'm like, I want Ellie a little bit less right now. A little bit. Certainly like sort of factors in. But I think that's a good question. And JW asks, I wonder how many of the Ellie was throwing errors. I think we lost French, which I don't know the answer to that, but I do wonder as well. Trying to think if there's anything else to really like go through. I know it's already like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I am about to head off. I got to get to bed.
Well, congratulations to you, our number one team, Corey.
Yeah, that's right.
11-4-2. Strong week. Even like it's funny to say 230 average, but there were a lot of people right in the vicinity of 230.
I mean, I was
Batting
just,
averages.
I mean, I was pleased with my runs and my home runs and my RBIs and my walks. Like those are the 4 categories I struggled with last year.
Yeah, I mean, you led the league in runs, top 4 in home runs, 6 in RBIs, 3 in walks.
Everything
8
else was kind
in-
of down, but
Yeah,
those 4 categories alone made me pleased.
Who does Corey
Yeah,
play this
the-
week?
I think I played Must Be
Uh,
Pitchcraft.
So yeah, this thing really screwed up.
So
on me.
I'm gonna try to convince him to trade some of his pitchers to me tomorrow.
Okay. I have that listed here too, but I think it miscalculated on me.
I'm pretty sure that's who I play. How do I see that? Where do I go to see that?
You could just go to Fantrax.
League. Well, I'm here, but I don't remember this. I'm not very good with this app.
Oh, I
Roster.
played Glenn this week.
Ooh, that sounds like you think it's a free win. Glenn
I
has some
don't- I
bulletin
don't,
board
but
material
also-
based on that sound.
I don't, but
Matchups.
also, I'm kind of hopeful this season.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean-
trying to break the playoff drought, and I mean after
Okay,
this week's performance, if I
this-
keep it up,
This is no. I don't know how Fantrax comes up with its week-long projection. Do you? I don't know. Is this a week-long projection I'm looking at? 'Cause it says 15.
Those aren't worth a lot.
and,
But
and
yeah.
it says 15-2. I don't believe that because I've seen his pitching staff already.
Well, I think too it probably he doesn't have people plugged in to pitch, and so I assume it doesn't calculate the value.
Okay, so it doesn't calculate the total value of your roster. Okay.
I assume it doesn't auto populate your starting lineup, and so if the pitchers are all projected on the bench, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, that number, the projected, I've never given it a whole lot of weight, but if we were to look at the projections, JW will beat me, Brad will crush Frank, Alex will beat French handedly, Nate will barely beat Maffey, Bo will kill Jeremiah, sending him deep into number 14.
Oh, he won't be mad.
Corey will beat Duran, and Casey will destroy Glenn. So we'll see.
Real quick, one last thought I just had. I was thinking about, I sold a lot of guys at the deadline. I had a lot of picks to work with in the offseason, and I kind of just went for it. And I gave away some guys that probably could have held on to at the deadline. That would have made me just as good this year. But I always tried to buy some of these young guys from Jeremiah, and he just would not let them go with their cheap contracts. And I understand that, but I feel like he could have sold some of those younger guys for some more established talent, and they would be performing well for him. he does have a nice roster of some young guys with Merrill, but I think the other thing that's killing him is he's got those injuries right now. Stowers and Churio both haven't played a game this season, and those are two stud outfielders. So
It's funny because when I think of those, so he has Jackson Merrill also,
mm-hmm.
and I think when I think of Jackson Merrill and Jackson Chorio, it's like they're good, but I feel like they're overhyped a little bit for fantasy. I don't. They're not
They're just
guys that are
young.
gonna go hit 30 homers, but they're talked about like they're fringy first. Well, at least Chorio is talked about like a fringy first, second round pick. And when I look at the numbers, I think Chorio's OPS last year was like, yeah, 770.
Merrill
Jackson
was
Merrill
injured
last
most
year,
of the season.
Jackson Merrill 774 on 440 at bats. Yeah, that certainly matters. But I think the two of them, I don't know. I don't know, Jeremiah. You might need another like stud outfielder in the mix. But anyway, oh well, Kyle Stowers was really good. Obviously, like last year, he was amazing.
I wanted Stowers in the offseason, but I didn't get around to getting him.
I'm just waiting
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Suzuki to come back.
Yeah, Stowers went for a nice price. I mean, Jeremiah paid up to get him. That was let me see what that was.
I think he's got a nice pitching staff too.
Who, Jeremiah?
Yeah.
A 2, a 3, a 4 for Stowers, Bybee, and Kirby. Jeremiah pitching staff, Roki Sasaki,
Besides
Boz,
him.
Bybee, Cease, Chandler, Cole, Gallen, Javier, Kelly, Kirby, May, Mize, and Rodriguez. It feels like a lot of uncertainty to me.
Cease has started the year strong, which is a good sign.
Okay. I thought the second start was bad. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't that
No.
great. Yeah, that first start was amazing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, the Dylan Cease we saw last year would have already walked 73 guys.
Yeah, I'll be real curious on Jeremiah's team. So like when we did the big well not the big, but we did that survey. Let me see if I can find it quick. I think his team was looked at like on the bad side, if you wanted to call it good or bad. There was not a team who projected him as a playoff team. So he was primarily picked as a likely to miss and
Okay.
some on the bubble. Obviously, this is just what people think, and I'm sure half of us didn't even really look at the thing. I did, obviously, but I mean, when you look at the expansion teams, they're the only other teams that did not have a single vote as to make the playoffs. So it looked like to me that the general consensus was that he's probably on the bottom half, because there's got to be half on the bottom and half on the top. Maffey, another
Yeah.
one that had a lot of doubters, it looks like. This is just fuel for motivation to prove all the doubters wrong. And I'm going to prove all you wrong who didn't say I was a
He's a
contender.
last place team. I'll be honest. I think he's got some guys. If they can come around, he can be a not a last place team. Maybe.
I see you
13th
softening
place.
the blow for tomorrow after you talked all that crap in the chat.
No,
Smart
I'm
move.
just I really thought I was gonna lose this week on like Wednesday or Thursday. I was like, there's no way, and I just had a lucky weekend. I had a lot of guys step up, get a lot of walks between Friday and Saturday. I had I think 19 walks or 20 walks. So
That is a ton. Yeah.
I mean-
well, we'll see. Let's. I guess I could have. Whenever you asked about who do you play next week, I should have just flashed this up on the screen. I already did the projections once, but it's me and JW, Frank and Brad, French and Alex, Maffey and Nate, Bo, Jeremiah, Corey and Duran, Casey and Glenn.
it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm gonna probably still do a video where I look a little bit more at the VTL and maybe do that analysis kind of like normal. But it's already been 54 minutes. It's already getting a little bit late, so I assume we probably cut it pretty close to here. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
O'Hearn has been solid. I agree. Did you see how mad he was when
Oh, I didn't see that.
O'Neal Cruz stepped in front of him for that pop fly?
I didn't see that.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
got an announcement to make.
Oh,
Oh, he's retiring.
No, I'm officially on the market to be selling. So if anybody would like to offer things to me,
Oh my gosh.
fresh off
You think-
his
you
number
think
one
I'm
in.
BTL.
I'm in. Let's go.
Dude, he didn't even respond to my trade offer. I sent him
I
a trade
haven't
offer
declined it
already.
yet. I haven't
That's
declined
true.
it yet.
That's true. You haven't.
I let them sit there. I let them sit there and marinate a little bit.
That's right. You let him sit there.
Price always goes up.
I'm gonna
I
send
knew
you
he
like
wouldn't
7
be
offers.
man enough to go for a 3P. That is interesting. I'm not surprised or anything because I know that how you work and that you want to set yourself up to have a really good odds the next year or whatever. But you did have, I don't know if you caught this at the beginning, but you did have the best VTL of the week. So I think clearly you could try to contend if you were interested. But I know, one little thing that I think I might have said in the chat, but I texted all of you. Do you think you are a contender this year, and are you excited about the league? 2 questions. And I think everybody said, yes, I think I'm a contender. One person, Alex, I think, said, I think I'm probably a playoff team. I don't know if I'm a contender. But I think almost everybody said, yes, I think I'm a contender this year. So, obviously not everyone will finish in the playoffs, and there will be a point in which in the season 1 or 2 teams at least decide to sell. But besides the expansion teams, there could be an advantage to being the first one to market, probably. If you're the one that's then taking up one of the only first round, well, not one of the only. There'll be a lot of first round picks available for, to try to buy. Anyways, I think there could be something to being the first one to sell, and I think that's what you did that other year you sold. The one year you haven't won the championship in like the last 5 years.
I was in first place when I sold.
That's right. Following the mold. Lock up 27 and 28 as championships for Nate. And understood on your big announcement.
So let it roll in.
Anybody?
Appreciate you guys.
Have fun.
It was fun. Casey, French, anything else?
Hey, this was good, boys. I'll try to work
Yeah.
on my setup. With the echoes. I don't know.
Oh, it's nice to finally put a face to a name, though.
Yeah, it's that Virginia internet, man. That's all it is. Working on it.
All right. Well, I guess we'll call it there then, and I'll still probably upload another video tomorrow to actually talk more in depth about VTL once the commissioner's report is fully ready.
Sweet. Thank you, Justin.
All right, boys.
All right.
Good night.
See you guys.
Good night, y'all.
See ya. See ya, chat.